Wait for everybody to hop in again. What was I saying?
Google Doc in Essential Oil Builders Parlor.
Yes, but using search function, you could just type in working with your hostesses and it should pop up there as well. So if you're ever like having troubles finding something, you just try first using the search function, scrolling through the files, and then if you can't find it, then absolutely ask, and then we can find it and get you tagged in it so that you have that information. Who was it that asked for that, for this working with your hostesses planner?
Haley.
Haley. I'm going to send you one, Haley, with your living.
Okay. Thank you.
Which reminds me, I'm going to print it off right now.
Okay.
And then it's good to go because I'm preparing packages to mail out.
Cool.
Make sure my Wi-Fi is on the one that I need from a printer.
I just got an eco printer. It was about $270, and it has enough ink in it to last 2 years, and it's great for the environment. There's no plastic cartridges you have to keep buying or keep refilling. It's so awesome.
That sounds really awesome.
I highly recommend. It's way cheaper too, like way cheaper. I did the math. It's great.
Yeah. I can't print that right now because I'm not on the right network for my computer or my printer to my computer. Okay, so questions, comments, concerns?
I have a questione.
Question, yes.
Questione. See. I think it was Jackie Rich. She mentioned at the beginning, like when she's setting her intention for every class, which I'm definitely going to start doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think she made mention. She said, what'd she say? Blah, 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 this is my intention. And if you see, if you're interested in or think you could do, interested in what I'm doing here today, teaching you guys in the class, please talk to me after class. Do you think that's the best time, right at the very beginning? Okay.
I do like the idea of doing it at the beginning of the class, and I often do myself when I remember. If you have it written down in like your notes, you will remember. But I do like setting that intention because people will literally sit while you're teaching and be like, huh, can I do what she's doing? Because you're going to have people that are like hard no, not interested. And then you're going to have people who are like, huh, maybe this is the way I can stay at home and be with my baby and still bring in an income.
Right, like throughout the class, I guess that's...
Lindsay needs to be muted.
Who does?
Lindsay.
Oh, sorry.
I got her. Love you, babe.
You guys are on it.
Affectionately muting you.
And then, so if somebody doesn't ask at the end of class, or you just kind of forget,
I would circle back around and say, is anybody interested in hosting or booking a class to host? Anybody interested in that? By show of hands.
Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone?
There, you got one sucker right there in the blue. I'm just kidding. I love hosting classes. To be honest, it's one of my most favoriteest things about doTERRA.
I want to start doing that more.
Right? It's so good.
Like, especially after you've killed your war market, which I'm about to. I'm really interested in learning how to get my lukewarm going.
Yeah.
So that's how you do it.
Yes. Just always be talking about it. Always just,
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk, people are talking, you talk about essential oils and say, yeah. And if you're interested in hosting a class, you do the inviting and I'll come and teach and do the rest.
And do you say that in the same sentence as, are you interested in coming to a class?
Well, I like to pose it as like a question. Would you like to? So Haley, I didn't even get there with Haley. She was like, I want to do a party. I want to do a thing. And I was like, sweet. I didn't even have to ask her. She just did. And so, but normally, like for all of the other Spoil You people, I am asking them, would you like to attend a class? Would you be open to attending a class, or would you be interested in hosting a class?
Right. So, okay. So you asked both just in the same question.
Yeah, just same question.
Okay.
And they say yes or no. And if they're no, you're just like, great. If that ever changes for you, you let me know.
Cool.
And if they're like yes, then you can say, fantastic, that's exciting. When would you like to host that class? When would work for you? And then you usually start kind of talking it out, and then you land on a time.
All right. I'm going to try it out on Sunday.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I am.
All right. Is there anything else? We're coming up at 10 o'clock. So while we've got lots of time here in the Zoom, we can hop off. And, well, I wanted to show you guys something before we do that. Okay. So this would be like the 3-month, well, this is what it's called. This is what I will be duplicating for like our VIP club. Our VIP rank advancing club. So this is kind of what it looks like. So each person maybe will, I don't know how this works, but you can see down here along the bottom, there's different weeks. So the week from November 28th to December 4th. And then every week you just can switch it. So we'd have to rename that and all that stuff, whatever, not a big deal. All stuff that I would do. But this is where you would each have like one of your own sheets, or I'm not sure how you work it. I think maybe you guys download this and then you go to File and you say make a copy. See, this is all the details I need to work out. But this is basically where you would tally up your points from each day, translated into each weekly total. And then I think that there's like a larger thing at the end where you probably, everybody like inputs their totals at the end kind of thing. So maybe, I don't know. I got to figure this out, wrap my brain around it. But this is kind of what it would look like just for you to track your points. So you can see.
What is the MO and BO?
Yeah.
MO is membership overview, and BO is business overview.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're so mature that we're laughing.
MO, BO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa, she's got to deal with a bunch of grown-up kids.
I'm the youngest. What's your excuse? Well, in doTERRA world, I am. Makes me feel good.
No, I like
How old are you?
I like you.
I'm 40.
Oh, you're the oldest. I thought you said you were the youngest.
I did. I'm the youngest in doTERRA, according to doTERRA. I'm still crawling.
Oh, I get
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
She's almost walking.
she's
Almost.
She's crawling.
I'm crawling. I'm crawling fiercely. I'm fiercely crawling.
there. Mel, there must be like another spreadsheet at the bottom where it keeps the running total, possibly?
Yeah, there's got to be something. I'm not finding it yet.
Oh, I can build one if you need it.
Definitely.
Okay.
But I also don't want it to take away from your income producing activities either.
No, it would take like 10 minutes.
Okay. But yes, it's going to be some sort of a system where you guys that are participating will each have like your own individual week by week kind of thing. And then there'll be like not a master, I don't know. You pick up what I'm laying down. But then there'll be like a master as to where everybody plugs in their points from the week so that everybody can see where everybody's at. I mean, that can be fun, but if people are like hard no against that, then we won't. And it'll just be based off of like what you and I can each individually see. But if you want it to be team wide, and if you're open to it, we can do that. Yeah, so these are all details that I need to kind of work out a little bit more. And so I'm going to spend March doing that, figuring it out.
Sorry, first glance, I was like, wow, that's what I have to do every day? Holy.
Can you imagine?
It's not what you have to do. But as long as you're booking and chunking some of this stuff off, so say Mondays, you know, you're going to make contacts, you're going to work on 30-minute self-development. When you make contacts, you're going to be sampling people and inviting them to a class. You know, like maybe you spend Mondays doing that, you know, and then maybe Tuesdays you spend nourishing a customer, doing a membership overview. Maybe it's a business overview, or maybe you're talking to them and getting people on 50 plus LRP.
I actually initially thought that was every day too. Wow.
Yeah. And then Wednesdays maybe are your teaching classes. So maybe Wednesdays is when you book your one-on-ones, and maybe you're enrolling someone, and maybe you're enrolling them with over 100, you know, and so that would total up Wednesday. And so maybe Thursday is when you teach all of your classes, and maybe you had up to 10 people attend, and maybe you enrolled some people. Then you earned points on Thursday for that. And then maybe Fridays you take off. Maybe Saturdays you only do some personal development and mentor some teammates or some, you know what I mean? So, but by all means, like, I like to do the bulk of my work between Mondays and Thursdays, and then Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I still work, but I don't schedule as much in there except for classes. Like those are class times. Thursday nights, and then typically Friday, Saturday nights, or Saturday days. But I like to keep those open for classes. So you make it work, really, for what works for you and your schedule. All right, does anybody else want to talk about anything else? Anybody else want to talk more about convention? Or next week, just FYI, we're going to do a mock class. So next week, I'm going to pick somebody to be a host, and I'm going to be the presenter. And
awesome.
I'll present to all of you like you are my class attendees.
Estudiantes.
When are we doing this spreadsheet? Like, when are we starting it?
We won't start this until the first Tuesday in April.
Oh, okay, so not for a while.
Yeah. Does that work for you, Chris?
Yes.
Because that's after, the Easter long weekend.
Oh, right. Spring break.
Yeah. Spring break. But we'll knock out a mock class next week, because all of the things that we're going to do leading into this Silver Club is still following our roadmap to success with the Live Naturally system. but we're just going to really focus on the income producing
Do
activity.
you talk to somebody and then ask them what they want before you invite them to a class? How would you go about that?
Mel, are you back with us?
I'm back now, yeah. I just caught the very end of that.
So, and yeah, in the initial talking, you're basically just telling them that you would like to give them some samples to try prior to the class, so that they have a bit of a experience too with it. And then they have a bit of a, because just from the Spoil You campaign, right, we got a lot of people saying, ooh, wow, right? And then they go into that class with that energy.
Okay, cool.
What samples would you guys pick, or would you talk to them about? Yeah, like
I would keep them basic. Lemon, lavender, peppermint, melaleuca.
All three?
One or two. I mean, I think it depends. I'm not sure exactly what you guys are talking about, but I think
Sampling before a class. Lindsay was just asking, kind of like the same thing I was asking before, just how to get samples to people before a class.
And I think she means like what oils too, because
Yeah.
like, the general oil you give them, or do you just kind of ask them specifically what they might benefit from, maybe?
Yeah.
you could definitely do that. You could definitely ask them, the host, and say, you want to reach out to your people that you've got invited and ask them if they would prefer a lemon, a lavender, or a peppermint sample. And then they can choose one.
Okay.
And then you can prepare those. And then again, sending them just like the Spoil You, they should only cost $1.90 in a bubble mailer.
Mine cost me like a lot more for some reason. I don't know. It was cheaper when I was with Lindsay because she had like a card, some sort of card for the post office.
Yeah.
And then when I went in without her, it was like some of my packages were like $4, $5 even.
If you can fit it, I just did one yesterday and it totally I'm finding it depends on who's working, and I always get a hard time, always, every time, but I've sent like about like 6 now, and you just have to kind of like encourage them and say, look, it'll fit through the slot, that plastic thing they give you to fit it through.
11 millimeters.
Yeah.
It did fit through. It's just, I don't know why. I think they're weighing it too. And putting it through.
But as long as it's under like I don't know what it is, 100 grams or.
I don't even think it's the weight. I don't even think weight matters if it goes through. But if some people just, they have to say, oh, well, if the mailman has a problem with it, it'll be turned back. But I haven't had it happen yet.
Me neither.
It just takes a little bit you might have to actually mention to the mail person at the post office, like, oh, you just have to like kind of push it through. It always goes through. It's all good. Like every time now they're just like, oh, okay. Like it's still a fight. One day maybe it'll stop, but it works every time.
Yeah, no, every single time I go to the post office.
You get a hard time too?
And I say, I've got it down to an exact science. It will fit.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay. And then they do it and they look at you and then you're like, just, and then they do and they're like, well, I guess so. And you're like, it fits. Like, getting hung up, it works. Like, just do it. Thank you. But you can also go in and you can ask for those specific, so there's a way you can move around it by going in and asking for the stamp, to buy the stamps, the $1.90 stamps. That will go on a little 00 bubble mailer, and then you can buy like a roll of stamps that way. And then you don't have to do that with the ladies. You just put on that stamp on all of your prepared packages and then send it in the appropriate mail slots for $1.90. But Melissa, what you're talking about, the card that Lindsay had, it's called the Venture card. and
Not
it's
sure.
free. You can apply for it for free on Canada Post website, and they send it to you, and then you save money on all of the packages that you send that are outside of like regular mail.
Okay.
If that
Okay, that's good. I should look into that. But I was just curious. I don't know why it cost me. I probably spent between $15 and $20 mailing all the 5 people their stuff.
Girl, they ripped you off.
Because they don't want to push it through, and it's just like their job.
It fit through, and the lady I know, like I grew up around her and stuff. She actually let me. She's like, "Don't close it yet." She's like, "So we can organize it so it will fit." It just, I don't know why. I don't know. There is, because you kept saying 180, but mine was like with Lindsay's card. I sent 2 samples in one, and it was $410. And another one was maybe 2 something.
I guess it depends where it goes to, because there are actually, well, this is true, there are actually some places that are very remote, and it's ridiculous how much it costs. And it doesn't matter if it fits through that thing or not. It's off, like it's not off grid, but it's considered a little bit further. Like, I guess, is it somewhere remote?
I sent packages to Nunavut.
Oh, really?
It was $1.90.
Okay, well, that goes my theory. I don't know.
And it took like 3 weeks for them to get it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Melissa. Yeah, you're gonna have to get a little firm with your mail lady.
Just assume you're not going to be friends, and then one day you'll be friends. Just sometimes it's better to not get along with your mail person.
Well, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying like you can be loving but firm. Be like, listen, I got this down to a science. I know that it's no more than 11 millimeters and it's not over your 100 grams. Like, and it tells you all of that on their website.
Yeah.
And then just be like, dude, I got it down to a science. It's $1.90. Just shove it through that slot. Let's get on with her.
I think Ginny might have paid $1.90, but I think Lindsay even paid a little more on some of them. So I wondered if they were charging us for the package plus the weight, because they do put it on the scale and they weigh it.
Are they new?
No, they've been working there for as long as I actually remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you bought your bubble mailers or your packages before you went in?
No, I bought them when I went in.
So you were, I bet you were paying for your bubble mailers.
Oh, so you see, you paid for your bubble mailers before.
I do. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I do.
that makes sense. Okay.
So also on Canada Posts, I buy a pack of 25 number 0 bubble mailers, and this is like $25 for 25. So you pay $1 each instead of like $1.79 or whatever. So you save by ordering them that way. But also on Amazon, I just bought these purple number 0s. They just, you just don't have the labels on them, like where to, the like name, blah, blah, blah. But I'm doing that with, where's my sheet? I just had it. I've got a sheet, oh, here it is, that I'm sending packages today, but this is a Vistaprint or an Avery.com. They're like 2-inch by 4-inch labels that you can get at most stationery stores or what have you, or order them online. But anyways, they're just labels. You write and stick on.
Okay.
Or depending on how many doTERRA orders you get a month, like I had quite a few saved up, the smaller ones. I bought purple duct tape, exactly the same colors what Melissa's holding, and I've started wrapping one side of that envelope with doTERRA on the back and then calling it a day and saving money that way. Purple duct tape is like $2, a huge thing of it.
Yep. And these, a pack of 25 on Amazon in different colors, I chose purple for obvious reasons, were, I think, oh, I don't know, but they were like $10, $12 for 25 instead of 25 from Canada Post. And they're a little bit thinner, So the 11 millimeters will be on your side.
Nice.
So just a thought, Ginny. I mean, Melissa. Sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Do that all the time.
Am I allowed to switch topics?
No.
No, and then.
I'll have none of it.
I mean, okay, I do it every month, but I never actually have done it. But this month I was like, okay, screw it. I've been inviting people to do it, so I might as well do it. But the oil camp.
Yeah.
And just going through that and stuff in terms of the Spoil You, in comparison kind of to the Spoil You campaign, there are, I know, I think it was Lindsay was talking about, you know, just posting one post on the oil for the day kind of thing. I like how they do it in the camp where it's 4 posts and they number them 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes there's 5. And then, you know, 1 or 2 of them are videos, and then another one is, you know, or click to this link and go here to see info on it or whatever, and then everybody just comments underneath each one. That's kind of nice and clean, so to speak. Yeah, just there's my 2 cents.
So you'll have to back up for me and bring me up to speed. Was that what you guys were talking about when I was frozen?
No, that didn't come up at all. That came up, I think, like 2 Zooms ago or 3 Zooms after we did like a recap on the Spoil You. She had suggested, you know, just doing one post for the oil and then everybody comments underneath of it, which at first, you know, you're kind of like, that could be a lot, but if you're doing 4 or 5, then it's not so bad. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I don't.
You talking to Jackie? Was that Jackie?
Oh, Jackie, sorry, not Lindsay. Yep.
Yes. So for the Spoil You campaign, remember how we were trying to streamline all of our posts and we put it all into one?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So you're thinking the same deal for oil count instead of having.
Oil Camp does it that way. I'm thinking that for if we do another Spoil You campaign.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
And then if we do another one, like, who picks the oils that are shared? Or
Say
do
that
we?
one more again.
Who picks, do we all pick together which oils we want to do?
We can definitely do that next time. The reason that I chose the oils that we did was because so many teams before us had used those oils, and there was already graphics and like things prepared for us, and I didn't want to like totally recreate the wheel. Had never have done one before.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, for sure, totally. I just wondered if it was like a set thing.
Yeah, no, we can make it oils and like samples, like whatever blows our hair back, you know. Jackie Ritz did one with Passion, Deep Blue, On Guard, and they did all of theirs in pre-rollers.
Oh wow.
It was diluted for them, so they bought the little rollers and did it that way.
I like that.
I do like that idea too, but I wanted to be able to showcase how pure our oils are.
Yeah,
and then somebody wanted to dilute them, because I think the thing that we're trying to do when we're spoiling people, well, this is my opinion, and my thoughts behind it, but I feel like what we're trying to do is really showcase our quality and our potency and our purity. You got 10 minutes. I just got the warning. And so that's why I wanted to do straight up with a side of FCO that way. I do see a ton of value in pre-diluting and putting it in a little roller ball that way. What kind of oils and products would you like to see, Leah?
No, just, well, obviously I'm open. I just was thinking maybe one of them could be like lemon, where it's easy peasy. You just stick lemon in your water and they get used to the idea of taking it internally and that kind of thing. So it's, yeah, topic, you know, you're going through all your topically, well, mind you, you could have put the peppermint and all that, just lemon's easy peasy. Put it in your water and
Yeah.
On guard would be a really good one too.
Totally. Yeah, I feel like that one and the respiratory blend are two that need to be showcased next time. But I also feel like next Spoil You campaign should be like a whole new batch of people. Like I don't really feel like we should have any kind of like recurring or revisiting like people. You know what I mean?
no, agreed, totally. Yeah.
So a whole new batch. And I was tentatively thinking of doing that in June, or no later than like the second week in July kind of thing. And my thoughts on that is that if BOGOs happen third week of July, maybe you guys have differing opinions. But I thought that it was a lot of work. Those 2 weeks was a lot of work. But I know that like we're kind of, what am I trying to say? Reaping those benefits now, you know, and it's created a lot of momentum. So I don't know.
Was there a reason to combine it?
Just because I like the idea of having people want to have the option of enrolling and potentially still hopping on with BOGOs. So just that like the money saving factor, that for some people who maybe didn't want a kit, they could get their membership and then they could buy the one and get one for free for that BOGO week. I had a lot of people do that. I had, was it 3? I had 3 people enroll with a membership and then buy BOGOs. And then I had other people who just enrolled with memberships.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm seeing double.
Apparently I froze that time.
You're still stuck on there.
Oh, what a trip! That's crazy.
He's giving it the hairy eyeball.
Oh my god, doppelganger.
Oh, there's
We lost her.
Oh darn.
Whoa.
The one thing on that note, which because I'm always like, well, oh, mind you, if they enroll, they can do it. It's just not under the LRP. I have a tough time with they can't do the LRP until the next month.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Can I ask a question about that actually? About the LRP and the first month. I just had somebody enroll and it says next LRP date beside their name. So doesn't that infer that they actually signed up for LRP even though it's their first month?
Yeah, and they should have some sort of volume attached to it. There should be
no volume.
Oh.
Is it possible? I mean, this is killing me because it's like I'm so eager to enroll more people, if for no other reason other than to see the process of what it's like, what you see online as you're enrolling, because I think I've seen it once and I should have paid more attention. But so is there a way of enrolling and creating an LRP template for the for the next month
Yes.
without ordering anything other than just the $42 membership?
Yeah.
No, it can't be a blank LRP.
Yeah. Well, there's probably something. Yeah.
So when you enroll, you have the option to set up your LRP for the next month at that
Right.
time.
Right.
But yeah, there's got to be something in there that is a recurring monthly item.
Right. And I just can't see it. Right. Like, because I don't see any PV in there.
You should be able to.
You should be able to.
Huh. Weird. Okay. Because otherwise, how would that be possible, right? I mean, it wouldn't say next LRP date beside her name if there wasn't something in there. I mean, okay, what I'm saying is there wouldn't be.
No, I think
Because
actually
next
it can. It will say next LRP date from when she maybe enrolled, but the fact that it says 0 means that there isn't actually an LRP. But I think Chris is doing, Mel is going to show us. One of you.
We're all over the place tonight.
That's good. Sometimes we need to have nights like this, you know, kind of powwow and have just a free flowing build and sesh, you know, asking questions, figuring things out. It's all good. It's all good. Okay.
Pretty.
So we'll take this as an example. This is just a side note because it's literally happening to me right now. Just, I can literally feel the eggs moving down my fallopian tubes.
What now?
Yeah. No, because
That was a big
I'm getting these shooting sharp pains, and I know that it's.
Oh no.
Yeah, in the next day or two, I'll start menstruating because I can feel it moving.
Do you have the sage?
Crazy, right? Oh yeah. Clary, come to the rescue.
2 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So here we go. What are you talking about? So.
If somebody enrolls and it says next LRP date, right there.
That's it. She's set up for April, January, February, March, April 28th, and she is purchasing 51 PV in product.
Oh, cool.
There she is.
But I didn't see any PV for this month.
So I saw that because I looked. So she just enrolled with the membership.
Okay. And it's just
now
going until next month.
She set up her LRP.
Awesome!
She's start redeeming product or buying product that way.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. Anything else in the last minute and a half? Or maybe we should just say our goodbyes.
Whenever you show your thing, I always have like my mouse going and I want to click on.
I know, me too. I'm like, wow, it's so nice.
Where am I? I want to find me. Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo, you're here.
Wait right there. Stop.
Where are we?
Yeah, you can start to recognize yourself, eh?
Wow.
Oh, the other thing that's weird that has happened to me. Actually, scroll over a little to the right, if you would.
My right or your right?
Other way. Stop. So you see all my wholesaler black diamonds?
Yeah.
That's actually only 2 people.
Yeah. But
I don't know why they are showing up so many times.
So she probably ordered 4 days of BOGOs.
Nope. She didn't do it until the end of the month.
Oh.
Pat did 1 day of BOGO. She did the deep blue.
She did it twice.
No, one of them has 0 PV.
The IDs are different.
I know.
So the funny thing about customers is that even if they like sign in and then don't buy anything, I think that they've still kind of created a customer account.